What if I told you that you could completely change your life? Not by making giant leaps, but by focusing on one tiny improvement every single day. That's right. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you got just 1% better every day. Would you still be stuck in the same place, or would you be light years ahead of where you are now? The problem is that most people are stuck because they think they need a huge life-changing moment to move forward. They wait for the big breakthrough, but it never comes. They keep putting off change because they think it's too hard or too overwhelming. But here's the truth. You don't need a miracle. You need consistent, small, deliberate action. What if the secret to success isn't grand, overwhelming change? What if it's the power of just 1%? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you how tiny improvements can lead to massive transformation. Get ready to take control, get focused, and start improving. 1% at a time. Trust me, once you understand this, your life will never be the same. Number 1, small daily improvements lead to big transformations. Let's stop sugarcoating things. If you're not improving, you're declining. There's no middle ground. Think about that for a second. Every single day you let slip by without doing something meaningful, without making progress, you're falling behind. Falling behind in your goals, falling behind in your dreams, falling behind in life. Now, let's address the mindset most people have. They're waiting for inspiration, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the stars to align. But guess what? That moment never comes. Life doesn't hand out success to those who wait. It rewards the doers. And here's the truth no one talks about. Success is boring. It's not glamorous. It's not that one big leap you see in movies. It's not one life-changing decision that suddenly fixes everything. No, success is small. Success is ordinary. It's the tiny, seemingly insignificant steps you take every single day. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And failure? It's nothing more than a few simple errors in judgment repeated over time. Let me break it down for you. Imagine this. Every day you eat just a little too much junk food. Nothing crazy, just a bag of chips here, soda there. You won't feel it today or tomorrow. But in a year, 2 years, you're looking at major health problems. On the other hand, let's say you cut out just one soda a day. You won't see the difference immediately. But give it time and you've lost weight, gain energy, and feel better than ever. This applies to every area of your life. If you want a better career, you don't wait for the promotion to fall into your lap. You read one page of a book that sharpens your skills. You send one email to expand your network. You put in 10 minutes of focused work to get better at what you do. But here's the problem. Small improvements feel meaningless. They feel like they don't matter. You think, what's the point of walking for 10 minutes? What's the point of reading one page? And that's where most people fail. They underestimate the power of consistency. Let me tell you about momentum. It's the single greatest force you can create in your life. When you take that first small step, you create movement. That movement builds energy. That energy creates progress. And progress, no matter how small, gives you motivation to keep going. The question is, are you willing to start? Can you set aside your doubts and take the first step today, not tomorrow? Not next week, but today. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one thing, just one. Something so small it feels almost laughable. Maybe it's walking for 5 minutes. Maybe it's saving $1. Maybe it's making one phone call. And do it. Then do it again tomorrow. And the day after that. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. And over time, those small daily actions will build into something extraordinary. Because the truth is this, the life you want is waiting for you, but it won't come to you. You have to go to it. And the only way to get there is by taking small, steady steps every single day. So stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Take one step today. Your future self is counting on you. Number 2, the power of habit. How many times have you promised yourself, this time I'll change? You feel motivated for a day, maybe a week. Then what happens? You slip back into old routines, back into the same habits that have held you back for years. Why? Because motivation isn't enough. Discipline isn't enough. Willpower fades. But habits are the quiet, unseen forces that control your life. They're like a river carving its way through the rock. Slow, steady, and unstoppable. And if your habits are bad, that river is carving a path straight to disaster. Think about your life right now. The things you're proud of, the things you regret. I'll bet most of them didn't happen overnight. They came from habits. Whether it's the habit of waking up early and working on your dreams or the habit of hitting snooze and wasting another day. It all adds up. We first make our habits, and then our habits make us. That's not just a catchy phrase. It's a law of life. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to succeed effortlessly while others struggle, the answer is simple. They've built habits that work for them, not against them. Habits that move them closer to their goals instead of pulling them further away. But let's get real. Breaking bad habits and building good ones isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's frustrating. And it's slow. That's why most people don't bother. But let me tell you something. Every great success story you've ever heard, it started with someone deciding to take control of their habits. Here's how you start. First, you have to identify the habits that are holding you back. And be honest with yourself. Maybe it's the habit of scrolling through your phone for hours. Maybe it's the habit of saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe it's the habit of giving up when things get tough. Once you know what's dragging you down, replace it with something better. But don't try to change everything at once. Start small. If you're used to staying up late watching TV, start by turning it off 10 minutes earlier. If you're used to skipping workouts, start with just 5 minutes of exercise. And here's the secret. Focus on consistency, not perfection. You'll mess up. That's normal. The key is to get back on track quickly. Habits aren't about being perfect every day. They're about showing up even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Your habits will shape your future. They'll determine where you end up 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So ask yourself, are your habits taking you closer to your dreams or further away? The power of habit is in your hands. You can let your bad habits run your life. Or you can take control and start building the habits that will change everything. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, the life you want is built one habit at a time. So start building today. Number 3, mindset matters. Listen up. Because this lesson could change your life, but you have to hear it and really get it. You see, there's a battle going on in your mind every single day. It's the battle between your current situation and the life you're capable of. The sad truth is that most people lose this battle, not because they don't have potential, but because their mindset is working against them. Look, we all face challenges. We all have setbacks, tough times, and struggles. But what makes the difference is how you choose to see these challenges. If you walk around thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, the world is against me, that's exactly what you'll see. You will stay stuck. You will stay where you are, and you'll wonder why nothing's changing. But I'll tell you this, the way you think right now is the reason you're where you are today. If you're not where you want to be, it's your mindset holding you back. You need to take full responsibility for that. If you keep blaming your circumstances or other people for your lack of progress, you're never going to move forward. You have to take control of how you think. This isn't some motivational fluff I'm throwing at you. It's the hard truth. You can have all the talent, all the skills, and all the resources in the world, but if your mindset is weak, if you believe you can't achieve big things, then you won't. If you've been thinking that success is for someone else, that it's too hard, or that you're not cut out for it, then I want to challenge you right now. Change that thinking. You are who you believe you are. You're not a victim. You're not destined to fail. You are capable of success, but your mind has to believe it before anything changes. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that. If you surround yourself with people who talk small, think small, and act small, that's exactly what you're going to become. You won't even realize it, but you'll start limiting yourself without even knowing. It's like being in a cage without the bars. You're trapped by your own thinking. But there's hope. You can flip this. You can change your mindset by changing who you spend your time with. If you surround yourself with people who push you to be better, who encourage you to grow, who challenge you to step up, your mindset will change, and so will your life. You'll start thinking bigger, you'll start acting bolder, and you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. Changing your mindset isn't something you do overnight. But it starts with one thought, one choice, one action. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't change it, to how can I, every time you catch yourself saying, this is too hard, flip it and say, this challenge will make me stronger. Understand this. Mindset is the foundation of everything. If you're not growing in your mind, you're not growing anywhere else. Your mindset is either the key to your success or the reason you're stuck in mediocrity. So stop waiting for things to change. Start changing the way you think about yourself. Start thinking like a winner, and you'll start living like one. Your mindset is everything. You can either be your biggest supporter or your own worst enemy. The choice is yours, and it starts with the way you think. Believe in yourself. Trust in your potential. It's all about mindset, and once you get this, nothing will stop you. Number 4, learning something new daily. Every day you have a choice. You can either stay where you are, or you can push yourself to grow, to get better, to be more than you were yesterday. But here's the hard truth. If you're not learning something new every single day, you're falling behind. You're getting further away from the person you could be. Look around you. There are people who are hungry for knowledge, who are hungry for progress. And guess what? They're getting ahead. Every day they're putting in the work, they're learning, they're improving, and they're moving forward. Meanwhile, you're staying stuck in the same place because you refuse to make learning a priority. And I'm not just talking about formal education. I'm talking about learning from life, from people around you, from books, from experiences. If you're not growing your mind, you're shrinking it. Every day that goes by without you learning something new is a day wasted. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Let that sink in. Think about it. Your job, your career, your income, everything depends on how much you know and how much you're willing to grow. If you're not constantly expanding your knowledge, you're losing ground. You don't have to take massive steps every day. You don't have to completely overhaul your life. You just need to do one thing. Learn something. Read a book. Listen to a podcast. Watch a video. Ask a question. Take notes. Whatever it takes, make learning a daily habit. Start small. Even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, make learning part of your routine. And here's why. Knowledge compounds. You don't need to know everything right away, but the small things you learn every day will stack up over time. And one day you'll look back and realize how much you've grown, how much you've learned, and how much further ahead you are than everyone else who didn't make learning a daily habit. But if you're not learning, you're dying. It's as simple as that. The world is changing fast, and if you're not keeping up, you'll be left behind. You can't afford to let that happen. You've got to stay sharp, stay hungry, and stay focused on improving every single day. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. You've got to make the decision to invest in yourself and your future. No one else is going to do it for you. The power is in your hands, so don't waste another day. Start learning something new today. Number 5, practice gratitude. If you're not practicing gratitude every day, you're robbing yourself of one of the most powerful tools for success. It doesn't matter what your situation is right now, how much money you have, where you live, or how bad things may seem. If you can't find a reason to be grateful, you will never see the full potential of what's possible in your life. The problem is, too many of us focus on what we don't have, what's wrong, or what's missing. And when you keep your eyes on what's wrong, you create a life that's full of negativity and dissatisfaction. You're so busy complaining and looking at your problems that you miss out on everything you've already got. If you don't practice gratitude, life will feel heavy. It will feel like nothing ever goes right. But the truth is, gratitude is a game changer. When you start looking for things to be thankful for, you will see opportunities you didn't see before. When you focus on the positive, you attract more of the positive. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. He understood that if you can be thankful for what you have, you're setting yourself up for more to come. If you can find joy in the small things, you open the door to bigger things. Let me be clear. Gratitude is a choice. It's something you have to practice every single day. It doesn't matter how tough your day is, how difficult your circumstances might be. There's always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's the people in your life. Maybe it's the fact that you're still breathing. Find something. Every single day. Now, don't just say you're grateful. You've got to feel it. You've got to believe it. When you start waking up every morning with an attitude of gratitude, your whole world starts to change. The energy you put out shifts. People start noticing. Things start happening. You begin attracting more of the good stuff. So I want you to make gratitude a daily habit. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. And if you can't think of anything, dig deeper. There's always something. The more you do this, the more you'll notice a change in your life. You'll feel better. You'll start seeing possibilities where before you only saw problems. Remember, gratitude is the key to a life of abundance. You've got to be thankful for where you are right now if you want to get to where you want to go. And don't wait for the perfect moment to be grateful. Do it right now, in this moment. Because when you appreciate what you have, that's when more starts showing up. Learn to be thankful for what you already have while you pursue all that you want. If you want more out of life, start by being grateful for what you already have. Gratitude is the foundation of everything you want to achieve. So start today, right now, and watch your life transform. Number 6, visualize success. If you don't have a clear picture of where you're going, you're just wandering around hoping something good will happen. That's the reality for so many people. They wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why they're not getting any closer to their dreams. Without visualization, there's no direction. Without clarity, there's no progress. The biggest mistake you can make is thinking that success just happens by chance. It doesn't. You don't wake up one day and magically find yourself where you want to be. You have to see it first in your mind before it ever becomes real. That's the power of visualization. Success is something you attract by the person you become. This doesn't just mean working hard. It means seeing success in your mind long before it shows up in real life. You have to create a mental image of where you want to be. And then you move towards it with everything you've got. If you don't visualize your success, you're leaving everything to chance. You're operating on autopilot, hoping that the universe will deliver. But success doesn't work like that. You have to take control. You have to be clear about your goals and imagine yourself already there. Visualize it so vividly that you can feel it. Picture the life you want. Picture the business, the relationships, the health, the freedom. Feel it in your bones. Now, you might be thinking, it's not that simple, Jim. I can't just picture success and expect it to happen, and you're right, but here's the thing. Visualization is a tool. It's not magic. When you picture your success, it fuels your drive. It gives you a reason to get up every morning and take action. When you know exactly where you're headed, every step you take moves you closer to that vision. Set your course by the stars, not by the lights of every passing ship. When you have a vision, everything else becomes secondary. All the distractions fade away because you know what you want, and you're committed to getting there. Visualization isn't just about imagining success, it's about becoming the person who's capable of making that vision a reality. So here's your challenge. Take 10 minutes every morning, close your eyes, picture the life you want. Picture your goals already achieved. Feel the emotions that come with success. Pride, joy, relief. Do it every day. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're already successful. Visualize what's next. Visualize your next level. The more you see it, the more real it becomes. And soon your reality will catch up to the vision you've created in your mind. So get clear. Get clear, get focused, and start visualizing your success now. Because success begins in your mind. Number 7, accountability drives results. If you're not accountable to anyone, you're going to waste a lot of time. You'll keep telling yourself, I'll get to it tomorrow, or it's okay, I'll do better next time. But the truth is, you'll keep pushing your goals further and further away. Without accountability, you have no one to answer to but yourself. And we all know how easy it is to make excuses when we're only accountable to ourselves. When there's no one else watching, it's too easy to slack off. No one's checking your progress. No one's pushing you to do your best. So you get comfortable. You tell yourself it's fine to settle for average. And before you know it, you've lost weeks, months, or even years. This is a powerful reminder that you need people around you who hold you accountable. If you want to grow, you need people who will challenge you, who will push you when you're slacking, and who will cheer you on when you're doing well. Without that support system, you're stuck doing everything on your own. And that's where most people fail. Accountability is the key to success. It forces you to show up, even when you don't feel like it. When you know someone's expecting you to make progress, it's harder to skip the work. It makes you take your goals seriously. It makes you realize that your actions matter not just for you, but for the people who are counting on you. But how do you take care of it? You make sure you're doing the work every single day. And it's easier to do that when someone's holding you accountable. Whether it's a friend, a coach, or a colleague, find someone who will call you out when you're not giving your best. You need people who will keep you in check. But more than that, you need to hold yourself accountable too. Don't wait for someone else to tell you what needs to be done. Hold yourself to the highest standards. Keep track of your progress. Set deadlines. Write down your goals. And share them with someone else. Tell them what you're working on and ask them to check in with you. The more people know about your goals, the more pressure you'll feel to follow through. Accountability drives results. You will do more, achieve more, and become more when you're held accountable. Stop being passive. Start taking responsibility. Set up a system that forces you to act. The best part, when you're accountable, you can't hide from your results. You'll see exactly where you stand. And trust me, that will push you harder than anything else. So find someone to hold you accountable today. It will change everything. Number 8, momentum and compound growth. Do you know what the biggest problem is for most people? They start strong, full of energy and excitement. But then the moment things get tough or boring, they quit, they stop. They don't build momentum. And when you don't build momentum, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. You're not growing. Momentum is what turns small efforts into massive results. Without it, you'll be spinning your wheels. When you don't understand momentum, you think big results happen overnight. You think it's all about some big breakthrough or sudden success. But that's a lie. The truth is, the magic is in the slow, consistent actions. The small things that you do every day, even when you don't feel like it. These are the things that build momentum. They pile up, they grow, and eventually they explode into results. You have to show up every single day. Even when things don't seem to be working. Even when it feels like nothing is happening. You have to keep going. Keep pushing. Because every small action builds on the one before it. And when you keep doing the work, you create momentum that turns everything you do into something bigger. Momentum is your secret weapon. When you have momentum on your side, everything gets easier. The work you're doing starts to compound. Your efforts today lead to bigger rewards tomorrow. The more you do, the easier it gets. The more you improve, the more results you see. And when you see results, that drives you even harder. It's a cycle that keeps getting stronger and stronger. The greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value is what you become. Momentum is about becoming. It's about the person you're turning into by putting in the work day after day. It's about building habits, mastering skills, and growing your character. And once that momentum takes over, there's nothing that can stop you. But here's the catch. Momentum doesn't just appear. You have to create it. You have to build it brick by brick, day by day. And the only way to do that is to show up. Even when it's hard. Even when you don't see immediate results. Keep pushing, keep taking action, keep improving. Because the more you do, the faster the momentum grows. And when that happens, your success will feel inevitable. Start now. Start today. Build your momentum. Keep working, keep growing. And trust me, the results will come faster than you ever imagined. Number 9, failure is feedback. Let me tell you something you might not want to hear, but you need to hear it. Failure is inevitable. It's not just something that happens to others, it will happen to you. The problem is that most people view failure as the end. They think, I failed, I'm done, and that's the biggest mistake you can make. Failure is not the end. It's not something to fear. It's something to learn from. You see, failure is feedback. It's a lesson. It's a signal that you're doing something, trying something, and that you're on the right path. But if you treat it like the end, you miss the lesson. You miss the opportunity to grow. When you fail and take it personally, you get stuck in negativity. You start doubting yourself. You stop taking risks. You stop trying. And that's when you really fail. The real failure isn't the mistakes you make. It's in the giving up. It's in deciding that you're not good enough to try again. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you need to get better. It means you need to learn. It's a sign that you need to adjust. You need to adapt. You need to improve. And when you understand that, failure becomes a tool. It becomes a stepping stone to success, not a roadblock. Look, the best people in the world, the most successful people, they failed more than anyone else. But they didn't let failure stop them. They learned from it. They bounced back. And they kept moving forward. Every time they failed, they got a little bit smarter, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit better. And that's how they became great. Practice every day, and failure is part of that practice. When you fail, don't get discouraged. Get motivated. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can you adjust? What can you do differently? How can you turn this setback into a comeback? Failure is not the enemy. It's your friend. It's your teacher. The key is to not give up, not to quit when things get tough. Use failure as the fuel to improve and to push forward. Keep learning, keep trying. And next time you'll be better, you'll be stronger. And success will be that much closer. Failure doesn't define you. It refines you. Embrace it. Learn from it. And keep moving forward. Number 10, commitment to the journey. Listen up. There's one thing that's going to separate the people who make it from the people who don't, and that is commitment. Commitment is everything. If you're not willing to commit to the journey, then you might as well forget about the destination. Without commitment, you'll give up the first time things get hard. Without commitment, you'll take shortcuts. You'll quit too soon, and you'll never see the results you're hoping for. The problem is that most people think success is supposed to come easy. They expect to take a couple of steps forward, and then boom. Everything will fall into place. But that's not how it works. There's a journey to success, and it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take discipline. If you're not committed to the journey, then when you face challenges, you'll be ready to throw in the towel. The major key to your better future is you. That means it's on you. If you're not committed to putting in the work day in and day out, then you'll never get there. But if you commit, if you stay disciplined, if you push through the tough times, then success will come. It's not about some magical moment where everything just falls into place. It's about doing the work every day, making the right decisions, and sticking with it. Commitment means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means doing the hard work when no one is watching. It means pushing yourself to do what's uncomfortable because you know that's what will help you grow. And most importantly, it means never quitting no matter how tough the road gets. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. If you want to accomplish something great, you have to be disciplined. And that discipline starts with your commitment. Once you're committed to the journey, the obstacles will seem smaller. The setbacks won't stop you. The challenges will only fuel you to go harder. So here's the truth. The journey is long. It's going to be tough. But if you commit, if you stay focused, if you don't give up, then there's nothing that can stop you. Success is not a one-time event. It's a series of steps, one after the other. And if you commit to every single one of them, then success will become inevitable. Commit to the journey and let that commitment be your strength. Stay focused. Keep going. And watch what happens when you never give up. Now, you know the power of small improvements. You don't need to wait for a big moment or a huge breakthrough. Every single day is your opportunity to get 1% better. If you're not willing to take action now, what are you waiting for? Time is ticking. Each day you waste is a day you'll never get back. So ask yourself, what's your next move? What small step can you take today that will start the chain reaction of change? Don't let the fear of progress hold you back. Get comfortable with the discomfort of growth. And remember, it all starts with just 1%. Start today. Take control of your future, and you'll be amazed at where you'll be tomorrow.